Question 9. Consider a square and a triangle. The sides of the square are x centimeters long. The base length and height of the triangle are equal and are twice as long as the sides of the square. The area of the triangle is 9 centimeters squared larger than the area of the square. Find the side length of the square. It's quite long description, isn't it? I believe pictures would help us to understand the information, because solution will be quite easier if we understand the question. So let's help us with the pictures. I was surprised that, guys, you even didn't try this question at all in the paper. The question is very simple, but you have to help yourself, okay? Draw a picture of a square. They ask you about square, so let's just make one up. Here is a square and there is a triangle, okay? We don't know anything about this, not much about this triangle, but let's finish first with the square. We know that the sides of the square are x centimeters long, so we know that it is square, so I will show that all sides are the same and one side is x centimeters. Now, what do we know about the triangle? The base length and height of the triangle are equal. The base length and height of the triangle are equal and are twice as long as the sides of the square. So each side is twice as long as the square. I'm not going to draw obviously exactly, but I just will do it slightly bigger, right? So twice as long as the sides of the square, and the height is this big, right? So yeah, we'll pretend it is the same, okay? The height and the base, okay? The height and the base are the same in the triangle, and they are as twice as long as the sides of the square. So what does it mean as twice as long as the sides of the square? The side of the square is x, so twice as long will be 2x, isn't it? That is the base, alright? And what do we know about the height of the triangle? That the height and the base are the same, so this height is 2x, right? They are talking about the areas of triangle and the square. They're comparing them. So let's find first area of the square. Area of the square is x times x, which means x times x is x squared. Yes, centimeters squared. Area of the triangle is base times height. Base times height divided by 2. Base is 2x, height is 2x, divided by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. I'm not going to multiply them, alright? So I'm left with 2, and x times x is x squared, centimeters squared. So we know that the area of the triangle is 9 centimeters larger. Obviously our triangle is bigger, right? So this is 9 units more than that. So we would say, okay, you can say like with the 2x squared take away that is equal to 9, or you can say, you know what, 2x squared is equal to the area of the square plus 9. It doesn't matter. You can say 2x squared minus x squared is equal to 9, or you can say this is equal to this plus 9. That is the same, isn't it? That is what this sentence means. So now you need to solve it. We have 2x squared on one side and 1x squared on the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 1x squared from each side. Take away x squared from each side. What am I getting? 2x squared minus 1x squared is x squared, equals x squared minus x squared is gone, equals 9. Now we need to find the length. We need to find the x, right? So we'll square root. When we will be square rooting, we understand when we're square rooting 9, there will be two different answers, one with plus and another one with the minus 3, okay? So we'll reject negative 3 because reject negative 3 because length of the triangle length is positive, yeah? So our answer is going to be 3 centimeters, okay? That is the side of the length of square. You can even double check. If x is 3, then the area of this square is going to be 3 times 3, 9 centimeters squared. And they said about the triangle that base is twice as long as the side of the square. So twice as long is going to be, the side was 3, the side of the square is 3, double is 6, and the height is 6. So the area of this triangle is 6 times 6 divided by 2, which is 18 centimeters squared. That is 9 centimeters bigger than that. So we are right. So that is the end of the question 9.